Welcome to the absolute worst side of being a professional athlete. In this video, I'm going to tell you about how I almost broke my foot, how I got told by a doctor that it would take me up to 6 months in order to get back on a court, and everything I'm doing in order to try to expedite that process as much as humanly possible. So my name is Simon Freund and I'm a professional tennis player from Sweden. I'm currently ranked at about 1200 in the world in singles and about 450 in the world in doubles. So just a quick rundown of how professional tennis works. You only have one ranking, the ATP rankings, and depending on your current ranking, you can manage to make entry into different size tournaments with more prize money and more prize points awarded and just nicer tournaments overall. And me being the current ranking that I am, I'm mainly competing on the future circuit, but then after that you have bigger tournaments such as challenger tournaments and then ATP tournaments, and on top of that you have all the Grand Slam tournaments such as the US Open, Wimbledon and such. So as mentioned, my current ranking only allows me to compete mainly on the future circuit, but I actually have competed on the challenger circuit and the ATP tournaments before. But yeah, when it comes to this video, what actually happened, in case you watched my previous video where I actually managed to win a money tournament playing some really good tennis about 2 weeks ago. But unfortunately, after that match, I managed to really hurt my ankle pretty bad. I had some ultrasound and the doctor said that my ligaments were a little bit torn. It was just very unfortunate because I felt like I was playing some really good tennis and I was excited to travel off to Denmark actually for a $25,000 futures tournament 2 days later. But yeah, as you might have guessed, I didn't make my way there. And yeah, just a quick side note on that. It's actually crazy rules that we have here on the tennis circuit is that I actually got fined about $100 for not making my way to that tournament because, well, I couldn't play. And normally you have medical exemptions, like if you're injured, you can't compete, you get withdrawn from the tournament, but they've actually enforced a new rule that I actually had to travel to the tournament, get checked out by the physio on site, and they would, most likely determine that I'm not fit to play, and then I would get like a medical exemption, not get any fines, and I could fly back home. But yeah, as you might have guessed, like traveling to Denmark just to get that examination is not worth it. So I just had to, just take the fine for not showing up there or withdrawing from the tournament that late. Which personally, I think is kind of crazy because, obviously I couldn't play tennis because I really messed up my ankle there. But yeah, that's kind of the theme of this video. Obviously people, when they hear playing professional tennis, and you think about all the glamorous stuff of that, traveling the world, playing the sport that you love and competing, obviously is a privilege and something that I really love and enjoy. But kind of on the flip side of that is the fact that, it is a very unstable job. I'm not making any money right now playing tennis, so it's really an investment, hoping that I would, climb the rankings, get into bigger tournaments and hopefully get more prize money there and better sponsors. And yeah, on top of that flip side is the fact that I don't have any like sick leave or anything. So now that I'm injured, I'm just kind of sitting here without a paycheck. So you can pretty much think of it as unpaid sick leave, I guess. But so if you ever had this issue, what you really want to do in the start is just try to do a lot of balance exercises. It's what I've been doing for the past week. I do those twice a day where I just kind of stand on one foot. I close my eyes in order to put more pressure on like the smaller nerves and trying to irritate them, I guess, to speed up the process. And then on top of that, I do a couple of touching around exercises in order to put pressure on the foot in different angles and just trying to expedite and activate these muscles as much as I can in order to help with the healing process. But after doing that for about a week, I'm starting to get back in the gym now, putting some more weight on the foot, which is one of the most important things when you mess up your ankle, is to try to, as soon as possible, put it under pressure, like putting a lot of weight on it. So now I'm doing one-legged back squats and different exercises here, trying to strengthen that foot. You're just putting pressure on the body. But as mentioned, it's really cool getting back in the gym, especially my fitness coach works with a lot of hockey guys that are currently home for the summer before they head back to their respective hockey leagues. And it's always really inspiring being around those guys, like full-blooded athletes, just working really hard, having a lot of fun around. But when it comes time to work, it's just like focused work. But yeah, so what's happening now is I'm trying my best to get back on the court and start putting some pressure on it there, playing some more tennis and hopefully get back to full force really quickly. And it seems like we've managed to expedite that process a lot. And 6 months is when you're like getting the foot 100% back to normal. What's probably gonna happen is with some good taping and different stuff, manage to put a structure around it that can help support my ankle so I can put the weight on it needed in order to play tennis fully. But going forward on this channel is going to be a lot of tennis footage as always, but then I'm also going to try my best to share some personal insights and experience from my own tennis journey so far. If you didn't know, I played college tennis 2 years at LSU and then 2 years at UCSB, and that really was a very life-defining experience, I feel, for me when it comes to tennis growth, but then also personal growth. So that really is something that I want to share my experience and how I made my way there. And yeah, throughout my tennis experience, kind of the hiccups and everything that I went through, and where I really feel like could benefit to maybe some of you watching this going forward in your own tennis career or sports career. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video. It's just mainly a little update on what's going on in my tennis journey right now. Make sure to check out my one-on-one coaching calls if you have any direct questions to me. Feel free to submit a video as well, because I can review and talk through kind of my thoughts on your tennis game as well as we talk that through, or you ask any other questions about me or anything you have. But other than that, that is everything for this one. I'm gonna get back to rehabbing and hopefully get back on the court as soon as possible and get it back out there competing, climbing the ATP rankings. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Last but for sure not least, I want to give a huge thank you to all the people that have and are supporting me on my journey and this channel. You're greatly appreciated, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you. Ciao.